What if I told you the life you are living right now is not a result of your conscious choices? It's being created in your subconscious mind, the invisible script that runs your reality. If you have ever felt stuck repeating the same patterns in love, money, self-worth, it's not because you are broken. It's because your subconscious mind has been programmed that way. Welcome to She Who Attracts, where we tap into feminine power, siren energy, and the art of magnetism. Every week, I share tools and practices to help you become your most magnetic self, to help you live the life you are meant to live. And for those of you ready to go deeper, I offer one-on-one personalized coaching where we go into your transformation together. So hit that subscribe button and join this magnetic community of women. Now, if you're ready, let's dive into it. Have you ever noticed, no matter how much you want something, there's always this hidden block, this invisible wall that is keeping you stuck where you are, keeping you in these loops of feeling unworthy, never quite getting there, never quite getting what you desire. When you are trying to manifest and when you're trying to quantum leap, the subconscious mind is the hidden engine behind both of those things. It's the hidden engine behind getting exactly what you want, manifesting, changing your life, and creating these different changes that we want to create. So this invisible wall, these blocks that you're feeling, these are your beliefs. This could be anything from I'm not worthy, I feel unimportant, that can't happen to me, I can't find love. These beliefs are hidden in your day-to-day, in your thought processes that you may not even realize that you are thinking, or you may not even realize that you believe. But when we dive into there, you realize, oh my goodness, I've been believing that I am unworthy. I've been believing that I'm unimportant. I've been believing that no matter what I do, I just come up short. Or I can't have the money, the love, and the desires and the luxury that everybody else has. She can have that, I can't, right? She can achieve that, I can't possibly. These are so important for us to take a look at and so important to recognize because these beliefs are in our subconscious mind, and our subconscious mind is running the show with these beliefs front and center. 95% of what you think, feel, and do comes from your subconscious mind. And here's the part that no one talks about. It comes from before you were 7 years old. So your subconscious mind is the hard drive on your reality. These are the beliefs, the habits, and the stories that you have developed from birth to 7. So from birth to 7, our brains are like sponges. We're taking everything in all the time. We're taking in little subtle things as well, right? How did our parents feel? How did our parents feel about us? What's going on? How does the world work? And when you are with parents that maybe have money blocks, have a toxic relationship, suffered in love, suffered in life, you can unconsciously take that into your subconscious mind and it develops a belief. Or something can happen with your parents or with your friends or anybody that you are experiencing life with at that time. And you can develop a belief or story without getting all of the information. I'll give you an example. Imagine a little child who has 5 other siblings is trying to show her mother her art project. Her mother is overwhelmed, tired, on the phone, really stressed out from work, really stressed out from money, really stressed out in her relationship, and she doesn't have the capacity to look at her young daughter's artwork. But this is so important for the young daughter. And so she tries to show her, she says, not right now. And the little daughter takes that as, I am unimportant and you do not care about me. So it's not what happens to you, it's what you make it mean, right? And so when we're young and we don't really understand, like, hey, what else was going on for mom? Was she overwhelmed? Was she tired? Could she potentially look at it later when she had more space, right? When we're young, we don't really see it that way. And so we can develop these beliefs in our subconscious mind that follow us into adulthood. And so later, that same child could maybe feel anxious when showing people things, feel like she's not important, feel like nobody cares, and then she attracts that into her reality. You don't attract what you want. You attract what you believe you are. So this goes into all kinds of stuff that we believe about ourselves as well. If we struggled with friends, if we struggled with love relationships, all of those things, that can imprint on our subconscious mind. If we watched our parents struggle over money, if we watched our parents, again, struggle in love, we can unconsciously struggle in love. This can show up in our reality. But the good news is, this is where it gets simple. You can actually reprogram and rewrite your subconscious mind. Because, get this, your subconscious mind doesn't know the difference between imaginary and reality. So with repetition, emotion, and visualization, you can absolutely rewrite all of these blocks that are hindering you from actually getting your manifestations. So when you are looking to be more confident, when you are looking to become more magnetic, when you want to step into your best self, when you want to attract love, it's so important to look at these beliefs, to look at what's going on in your subconscious mind. You look at what's going on in your reality to get a little bit of a clue, and then you think about, what are my main thoughts, right? What comes up for me when desires are right there in front of me? What comes up for me when other people are making a ton of money super easily? What comes up for me when I see a beautiful, healthy, loving relationship, right? So in order to rewire, here's what we do. You identify your beliefs and you work on how to let them go. I told you the story about the little girl because this is the best way to uncover these blocks and to learn how to let them go. What you're going to look at is this specific situation that created this unconscious belief. And I want you to say, what else was going on at the time? Really look at that. And have compassion for the people around you, right? What could have been going on for them? And this story that you have made up from this specific situation, I want to ask you, is that true? Do you know undoubtedly that that is true? And if it's not, what else could be? And if it is true, do you still want to hold on to that? What is that doing for you, right? If you want to create a different life, if you want to create all your desires, is this holding you back? Is it necessary to keep holding on to this? So you're going to identify those beliefs and how to let them go. And then you're going to think of the exact opposite of those beliefs, right? We want to train our mind to think of the exact opposite. So for instance, instead of I am unworthy or I'm not worthy of this amazing life, how about I am absolutely worthy. I'm worthy by existing. And instead of I can't have that, how about why can't I have that? Why not me, right? So when you come up with these new beliefs, I want you to really feel the emotions of that. What would that feel like to be worthy? What would that feel like to be grateful for your day today? And what would that feel like to be loved, to be cared for, to feel important? All of those beautiful things, to feel magnetic, to be in your feminine energy, right? To unlock your siren energy and walk with purpose. What would that feel like? And I want you to really feel that in your entire body, because this is where your subconscious mind gets rewired. Because when you are imagining things or doing visualizations with feeling, it doesn't understand the difference between that and reality, because our reality is full of emotions, it's full of experiences. So when you imagine and you visualize and you are experiencing it, that's when you rewire. That's when your subconscious mind says, oh, this is the truth. Oh, this is what we're going for, right? And then it will change your reality accordingly. Now, I'm going to give you a little tip here because this is incredible. This is where the shift happens, and I use this all the time. I want you to catch your mind voice. What I mean by that is when your old beliefs come up and they're talking to you in your head, right? When your old thoughts, the thoughts that you want to let go of, that you don't want to have anymore, the thoughts that are creating the reality that you were in, I want you to catch yourself. And I want you to say, that was the old me who believed that. The new me actually believes blank. This is so powerful. You are literally taking back control of your mind and of your life. And you are saying, no, that's in the past. We don't do that anymore. That's not welcome here. And eventually, when you do that, when you put that in the past, when you identify with that being in the past, this is when amazing things change. This is when your thoughts start changing and you start thinking the new way. You start believing the new way. And it's going to take time. This is why this exercise is so powerful. It's because it takes some time. So you're gonna have the old patterns. You're gonna have the old beliefs that come up. And it's perfect to say, that's the old me. The new me says this. And then in your day-to-day, I want you to take action. Walk like you are in this new energy. I've talked about this a lot previously in my recent videos, and that is identity shift. It's so important to walk in these new beliefs. Be in the energy of these new beliefs, right? Walk like you're a magnetic woman. Walk like you feel worthy. Walk like you have the confidence that you are seeking. This is how you rewire everything. So think about your subconscious mind as the energy beneath the surface. When you step into your feminine power and you rewire what you believe about yourself, your energy changes. And when your energy changes, what you attract changes. This is why when some women walk into the room and they are magnetic, they have unconsciously programmed themselves to embody worthiness and power. So if you've been stuck in these patterns, don't blame yourself. This is simply your subconscious mind at work. And the moment you rewrite it, your entire reality will change. So if you are ready to reprogram and rewrite your reality into confidence, ease, magnetism, peace, and become the woman that you were always meant to be, then subscribe and join me. And if you're ready to dive deeper, my one-on-one coaching is linked below. Thank you so much for joining me. I absolutely love this topic, and I love teaching about how you can become your most magnetic version of you. Thank you so much. Have a beautiful day.